What is going on, everybody? Missed the part here, back again. The biggest twist of all. There was no live stream on Monday because I had to go and vote because we had our Canadian election. So I was busy with that. I had to go to the gym. I had to do all that fun stuff. So I could not make the time, unfortunately, for Monday. And everybody was like, "Where's the live stream?" So I did post on Instagram that we were postponed. So if you guys haven't followed, I would highly recommend that you do because there's a lot of updates that I just will kind of randomly post on there. So good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. I don't even know who's in the stream here. Mary, what's good? Michael, Deadpool, Donna, what is good? Sonic Edits. I'm seeing some familiar faces here. I hope everybody's well. Did anybody see the update that I just posted? I'm keeping everybody informed on the ideas that we are doing from these live streams, and it's getting really exciting. I'm actually super hyped. So there's going to be a lot of stories coming out, so I'm very excited. We got Horror Week coming up, I believe tomorrow. I'm hoping that we can do it tomorrow. There's a lot of really scary videos coming for that, and I'm very excited. And we're dropping the new merch tomorrow. So the merch store, I ended up extending the merch store. Everything is going to be taken out from the YouTube merch store tonight. So I extended it a little bit because I was like, well, I don't think anybody's gonna really buy anything, but if they really wanted to, then I just kind of let it be. But once I'm taking it out, like I'm not gonna bring it back, so that'll kind of be it, I guess, for that. But yeah, no, hopefully everybody's doing well. Wow, we got a bunch of requests already. This is actually nuts. I'm gonna go in the chat here and kind of look. So I'm doing well. How are you guys doing? How's everybody's day? I just came from the gym, like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes ago, and then I just started this. What if the Venom symbiote was in Toy Story? Oh my goodness, El Scannel. I think I pronounced your name. I probably butchered it. My bad. Let's add that to the list here. The list is growing. We're getting a lot of ideas. It's actually crazy. Every time we do these live events, we're getting more unique ideas, more unique people coming in here and just expressing like what they would like to see on the channel. And I'm actually working right now on sorry, my apologies. I'm working right now on a bunch of community member ideas. There's about 4 of them right now. So some of them I haven't started yet. Some of them I'm just kind of getting all of the details ready, but I'm very excited for that. I think it's going to be really cool. What if Anakin Skywalker had the Venom symbiote? I did that one, Spammy. I don't know. Are you thinking maybe like another version of that story where he has it? Because I did mine on Mustafar, where he had the Venom symbiote on Mustafar when he got cut down. Which was funny because that was actually an idea that I had like 3 years ago on the older Miss the Part Shorts channel. So I don't know if you guys know, but the Miss the Part Shorts channel has changed. So if you guys haven't already taken a look at that, I would highly recommend it. I'm gonna make a goal here because I know that any support helps. So we're gonna put it just towards the videos. I'm just making like, I don't know. We will do another stream. How's everybody's day though? I hope everybody's doing well. What if Ghost Rider was an Endgame? I actually did that one, Jeff. That one we did a while ago. I think a month ago. I know Peyton Anderson requested that one. Sonic Fan 08, Marvel vs. DC Tales, Iceman vs. Mr. Freeze. We're getting some Marvel vs. DC Tales stories. I'm very excited to continue the series. I know we haven't posted in about 2 weeks, so that will be coming back. Good, but I'm a bit ill. Jason, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Mary, I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, no, I've been doing pretty good. It's been busy. Like the whole election thing that we had here kind of messed me up a bit because Monday, I was supposed to do the live stream, and then I ended up just staying at my mom's place, and I was like, well, I don't like I didn't have time to go to the gym or anything. I just kind of my whole routine was pretty much scrapped. But then yesterday I was working on getting some of these ideas done and everything, and some of the videos out for Horror Week. So we're going to be very busy. I think it's going to be really cool. Leon, hi Max, good morning. I've come up with a lot of new ideas that I'd love to share with you. Absolutely, Leon. If you guys have any ideas that we don't get to during the live stream, I'm going to put my email because I know sometimes a lot of people like they have these big ideas and it's just like we can't get to them, which sucks. I think yeah, this is the email. What if Flash crossed over into Back to the Future? AJ 2003, that would be kind of interesting. The Flash and Back to the Future, two very different kind of time travel stories that we could tell. Can you send me the link to what if all of the Spider-Man had the symbiote in No Way Home? Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna actually give that to you now. You know what's funny? That series is so old now, I think. When did that... I don't even remember when that came out. I think that was 2 years ago. I believe this is the... Oops. Commercials. I hate that. I'm just gonna put this link in the live stream. This is just to a video. What if the Flash never joined the Justice League in the DCEU Sonic edits? Let's put that in. I feel like that would be kind of cool. There's not a lot of... Like, I haven't done too many Zack Snyder Justice League what-ifs. I think that'd be really cool. What if Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan never discovered Anakin on Tatooine? Spammy, let's add that in here. That would be, I feel like if it happened... well, maybe Darth Maul would take Anakin. I've seen stories like that. Like what if Palpatine took Anakin or something. I've seen it from a couple Star Wars what if YouTubers, and they're doing a really good job. Like, I see so many different Star Wars what ifs, and I feel like it's kind of nice having that, because for me, Star Wars right now, in my opinion, hasn't been like the greatest. So when I'm kind of like down on my luck and I'm like, I really want to watch some good Star Wars content. Like, there's some really good people who are posting out there, which is really good. I haven't really posted a ton of Star Wars stuff on here, and I've said it a few times. Like, I really want to go back into that. There is stories that we're actually doing that are coming out soon. But, I mean, I think that there's some really good people out there. Tales of the Multiverse, Galactus attacks Bizarro World. Tales of the Multiverse, Mongo and Ego versus Hellstar. Leon, that'd be interesting. Let's add that. We're adding that in here. If I can copy it down. But how's everybody doing here? I'm gonna post. I'm spamming you guys with a bunch of emotes. I put the emotes in here. I don't know if Zachary was coming in the stream or not. I feel like he might. If he doesn't, I mean, he'll probably pop up. He has a bunch of cool stuff coming out too. Like, we got something with Resident Evil coming out again. Like, there's some really good Resident Evil stuff that we got coming out. What if Electro never died in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 Pirate X? Let's add that in here. That would be... that I don't even know what would happen. Because, like, would we go through the No Way Home type of timeline, or would it just happen, like, right after he defeats Electro? Like, let's just say he defeats him, but he didn't kill him. I think that'd be really cool. Scorpion, I hope you're doing well, man. I just left school. Oh, no, it's all good, dude. You are good. This is an early live stream here, which is kind of crazy. Do do do. What if Kevin joins the Wet Bandits and leaves his family? Oh man. We got the Kevin stuff. Jeff's coming in with the clutch with the Kevin what ifs here. I think we might have added that one in to a previous document. I believe we did. I think we did. I can't remember, but I'm going to add that in here. This is actually kind of funny. What if Anakin and Padme from Attack of the Clones accidentally discovered Earth? That would be like, what if Earth was in Star Wars? I feel like that would be so weird because if Earth was in Star Wars, like even during like Attack of the Clones, like I really don't know what would happen. I feel like because they're human, right? And if they discovered it, they'd be like, well, maybe this is like where we came from. Like I feel like maybe they would discover a lot. But like what would that Earth look like? Like that would be interesting. Like would it be already destroyed? Like how old is it? And like what type of history was on that? I don't know if George Lucas ever kind of dived into that. Like because you have like humans, like are humans just aliens technically in Star Wars? Like I really don't know. I'm just writing a pinned comment here. Do 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 do. Boom. What if every non-MCU Marvel hero from every non-MCU Marvel movie were in Endgame? Austin. Let's add that into the list here. We got 26 concurrent viewers. I really appreciate everybody coming out here so early in the morning. It's already like what, 8:15 or something in the morning? Yeah, about 8:15. So I hope everybody's doing well. I got my coffee with me, so well my iced coffee. Venom Joestar, what's good? Hopefully you're doing well. User 4567. What if Eric Bana's Hulk from the 2003 movie was in the MCU? I've been seeing that one recently. I've actually seen that idea a couple times there, user. So I'm going to add that in here. I honestly think if that version of the Hulk, because it's like almost power scaling, right? Like this Hulk tends to get bigger every time he gets mad. So I don't know, like with that whole Jatari invasion, I feel like if this version of Hulk was in the MCU, I would love to write it where, let's say Loki, he mind controls some of the SHIELD agents. I would love for him to actually be able to mind control Eric Bana's Hulk and kind of write a storyline where, I don't know if you've seen, is it the Ultimates 2, the cartoon animated movie? I feel like I would shift the focus onto the Hulk and I would make him kind of be maybe an antagonist villain where he's attacking the Avengers. I think that would be very, very interesting here. Hey, Maeve Plays Games with the clutch super chat here. Jeez. What if Anakin stayed a Jedi in Revenge of the Sith? What if the symbiote bonded with Peter after Aunt May's death? What if Ahsoka versus Anakin on Revenge of the Sith? I love these ideas, Maeve Plays Games. Thank you for the super chat. I'm going to add these in here. It's funny because I'm doing my own version. It's funny that you commented that because I have the art piece ready and the story's pretty much done, but it's what if Anakin stayed a Jedi in Revenge of the Sith. But the only thing is that this version of the story, I'm really reworking Revenge of the Sith because I don't want it to be where it's like there's only one change that happens in the timeline. Like, to me, I'm kind of thinking, okay, well, how can I branch this off? Like, let's say he stayed a Jedi. Well, I'm thinking, like, for the story that I kind of have already, it's like, okay, Count Dooku lives. Check that off. Now, what else happens? Well, now that Dooku lives, he's taken into a prison cell. Then we have Mace Windu, probably the Jedi Council. They assign Obi-Wan and Anakin to go fight Grievous. That's kind of where I want to take the story. Kind of has Anakin not really be on Coruscant so much. He's kind of still in the Clone Wars. And then I would love to take it a step further. Now, I haven't written this part in the story, but I want to change up the Darth Maul and Ahsoka fight. I feel like it would be cool if Maul wins, but not like killing Ahsoka. I think it would be really interesting if he ended up just defeating her and maybe he goes to Coruscant. Like, it's a whole thing. That's kind of what I'm thinking for the story. But I love the idea and request. We have a lot more. By the way, did you check the Discord? I sent you a Doomsday outline. Scorpion, I have not checked the message yet. There is some messages that I just sent out, actually, on Discord. But I definitely will get back to you after the stream. I do have to get into a meeting after after this live stream. So today's going to be a little bit busy, but that's fine. It's better to be busy than not to be busy, because then your day goes slow, right? So I'll definitely take a look, though. I'm gonna do like a spam thing here. What if Brainiac killed Superman in Injustice 2? Sonic Fan 08 with an Injustice 2 what if idea. Let's put that in here. Dude, let's start filling up this list. The Reaper. What if Green Goblin meant Albert Winsker? Let's add that in here. That'd be an interesting Resident Evil crossover. What if Leia survived an escape with Rocket in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? This was one that's eluded me now. Like, I've been saying that I want to do this one, and I just haven't had the time to do it. I really want to do it, though. I really love that idea and request. I feel like it would change the original plot with Guardians 1 and 2, which is the interesting part. Gypsy Spidey, hopefully I didn't butcher your name. If I had written Toy Story 5, that's interesting. You know, I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the Toy Story what ifs. Like, it's a playful, well, not also playful, I guess, because it's like a rated R version that we've recently done. But what I can say is, like, I'm glad that there's interest. And that's what these live streams are for, is that, hey, you guys are interested in Toy Story. I've had people say that they want to see Avatar content, Five Nights at Freddy's, Dragon Ball, and it just is very interesting. Like, there's two spoilers that I'm going to say that are coming soon, and it's like, what if the Wizard of Oz was mixed in with the MCU? That's happening. And then there's another one, what if Stitch had the symbiote? So we got that coming soon. It's a very interesting idea. It's something that I never thought I would do. But since there's interest in these live streams, it's like, hey, why not? Tobias, I hope you're doing well. Marvel versus Mortal Kombat. I'm going to add that in as just that, because that could be its own series. That's cool. If I had written Avengers Doomsday, Austin, I'm going to add that in, because I do have plans to do that. I wanted to do it next year, but I wouldn't mind getting a head start on it, because they're already shooting stuff. There was a bunch of leaks too, eh? I think there was a bunch of leaks that came out. I don't know. It was like somebody had a bag and they were walking into like one of the door, like this door or something. I wonder, to me, I'm like, oh, that's got to be like Toby. But it's not. I know it's not Tobey Maguire. I would love it to be Toby. But I have a funny feeling it's not. It's probably going to be like maybe Victor Von Doom. I have no idea. Maybe not. I'm just having a bit of my iced coffee. I don't know if you can hear the shaking. I just don't want it to melt. What if Jigsaw was in RWBY? We can add that in here. There is a Jigsaw what if coming out. I don't know if you guys know. It was in one of the live streams. It was an idea that was in the live stream. It's coming soon. I'll spoil it because everybody already knows, like whoever was in the stream. I gotta just figure out who requested it. So I gotta get that. I don't have that information yet. I gotta go back to the live stream. But it's what if Jigsaw hunted down Batman's rogue gallery. So that one's coming soon. That's going to be in Horror Week. So that'll be interesting. Sonic fan, oh wait, what if Scarecrow teamed up with Freddy Krueger? What if events went differently? Quick one from Storywriter Point. How do you write these stories? I'm working on what if SCP meets the Batman? So I usually write, like, how do I write the stories? I'll usually write them either in Word or sometimes I'll write them in Final Draft. But it's an interesting process for me. I have to do everything. Like, I have to get Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, write down everything that I want to happen, and then I take that, and then I just plug away and just write it. I appreciate the super chat. Games for Life. Marvel Zombies versus the Black Wing Virus. I'm going to add that comment in here into the document. I wrote a Shang-Chi 2 outline, and it's Shang-Chi and the Immortal Iron Fist. Oh, that's cool. Iron Fist and Shang-Chi teaming up. That's actually really cool. J-Off 2008. What if the DCEU and the MCU were in one timeline? That I think I've seen another type of idea, but it was like, what if the Marvel Comics universe was in what do you call it? In the DCEU, but like it being mashed up. I would love to write something like that, because then I could write Superman, Batman, like everybody kind of in one story. We could have, well, I don't think it would be based in the MCU. Like, it would be a fused universe. I think that would be really cool. Maeve plays games. I appreciate the super chat, man. You don't even have to do that. I appreciate that. Any sort of super chat is going back into the channel. Like I was saying before, it really does mean a lot, so I really appreciate that. If I had written Mortal Kombat versus a DC game, what if Gwen Stacy was the main character in Into the Spider-Verse? What if Tobey's Spider-Man taught Miles Morales in Into the Spider-Verse? Some really good ideas. I really love those ones. You know what's funny is that we never saw another, like, Mortal Kombat versus the DC Universe game. Like, there was only like a one-off. I don't know if you guys had it, but I had it as a kid, and I feel like it would be cool to kind of dive back into that. Like, I wish that they would give us something like that again, because it was really cool. Donna, what if Andy got Godzilla in Toy Story? We can add that in here. We got a Godzilla one. What if the Necromorphs killed the Marvel Universe? EM. Let's add that in. What if Batman met Loki, then met all the DC people and fought them? I think that's the idea. Like from, oops, I accidentally did a spell check there. Like for like from Loki season 2, where he gets like the God of Stories Loki. That would be kind of interesting, because imagine if the God of Stories Loki could look into the DC universe. That would be cool. What if Loki was a spy for Palpatine in Revenge of the Sith? Venom Joestar. Oh, that's kind of cool. That'd be interesting. That would be very interesting because this could take place kind of like after Thor the Dark World, maybe. Like, you know how Loki is on Sakaar? Well, imagine if he went to Coruscant and Palpatine, like, met up with Loki and was like, hey, I sense that, like, you have these abilities, you have this power, I would like to, like, work with you. And then Loki's like, well, what's in it for me? And there you go, you have this very weird, interesting partnership between Loki and Palpatine. But I feel like Loki would most likely use Palpatine because he's a god. Like, he could just say, listen, like, I understand you have the Force, but I mean, I don't know. Like, could Palpatine just Force choke him and just kill him? Like, I really don't know. What if the humans won in Avatar? Oh, here we go. We're getting some James Cameron what ifs here. Some sci-fi stuff. This is kind of cool. What if Planet of the Apes crossed over with Alien and Predator? There's another sci-fi one. Here we go. Dan the Man, I appreciate that. Tobias, what if the Midnight Suns were in the Twilight universe? I've never done a Twilight what if, to be completely honest with you. I haven't watched it, actually. I've never watched it. By the way, I'm making a fan-made MCU saga, and now I'm writing the Phase 3 of it. It has Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Shang-Chi, and Luna show for now. Childhood Guy, what is good? I hope you're doing well. I know that you had messaged me, I believe, on Discord, and you were also sending me a couple messages about the live stream not happening on Monday, but I'm glad that you are here. I really do appreciate that. So it does mean a lot. There is a lot of messages that I'm getting back to. I'm honestly even thinking I might get a channel manager here just to help me out a bit, because like there's so many emails and comments, and I would love to get to everybody. Trust me, I do, and it hurts that I can't. It really does, because like I could spend 4 hours on my phone, like glued to the phone, talking to everybody that I can, which is very unhealthy for me. But I could do it, and like that's the scary part. So again, like I try my best. So if I've gotten back to you, again, I appreciate the conversations that we've had, but if I haven't, I am very sorry, and I really want to. What if Toby and MJ from the Raimi trilogy was the aunt and uncle of Tom's Peter? What if Leon Kennedy was in Silent Hill 2? What if Asgard and the Jedi teamed? I appreciate that clutch super chat, Maeve Plays Games. Thank you so much. I love that idea with what if Leon Kennedy was in Silent Hill. I mean, we've done the first part. We could do another one. Games for Life, that's awesome. That's awesome. We're gonna be giving Games for Life a community shout out, the Jigsaw and Batman Rogue Gallery video, because that's included in Horror Week. That's what we got coming out. So no, I appreciate that. That's one of the ideas, actually. You know, I wonder if I can throw it in the stream here, if I can find it. Come on. Does anybody want to get some spoilers? Because I don't mind. Here, I'll show you what's coming out for Horror Week. Boom. I'm just playing that on the screen here. This is what's coming out for Horror Week. That's one of the ideas. So, again, I'm very excited. I just wanted to spoil that. So, my apologies if I did. Fang, what is good? I hope you're doing well. What if Tony Stark fled to the Raimiverse in Spider-Man's Earth instead of his Earth in Avengers 2012? Dune Lee, we can add that in. Like, what if the wormhole shut and then he ended up in Toby's universe? That would be an interesting concept, to be completely honest. Especially, like, where do you throw Tony, like, in that? I feel like, I don't know where you would. Maybe Spider-Man 2. Because then, what if, like, Otto worked with Tony on the tritium and stuff? I don't know. I kind of have that idea. That'd be interesting. El Scano, what if Jigsaw had the symbiote? What if Harry Potter had the symbiote? What if Wanda Maximoff raised Harry Potter? What if Doctor Strange had the symbiote? I'm going to add this in to the document here. I'm seeing more interest in what if Harry Potter had the Venom symbiote? Because this was actually, I briefly discussed it on the MissedThePart Shorts channel. YouTube is not receiving enough video material for smooth streaming. Why not? 0 dropped frames. That is so odd. Is the stream glitching out? It seems like every time I do a live stream, like every single time, the weather is absolute shit. I'm sorry, it's just bad. Like, I don't know why. What if Bella loved Alice, not Edward, in Twilight? Oh boy, we're getting some Twilight what ifs here. You guys gonna make me dive into it? I mean, hey, it's something I could definitely do. I don't hate the series. I've never seen any of it. Like, I'm not even kidding. What if Hal Jordan was in the MCU? Yoda, what is good? Let's add that in here. There was an idea that I had, actually, that somebody gave me in one of the live streams. It was, what if Green Lantern was in Avengers Infinity War? And I think that's going to be one of them that we're going to be doing. By the way, I'm making a fan-made MCU saga, and I'm writing the Phase 3. Oh, yeah, Scorpion, I did read that one. I'm excited for that. Scorpion's been sending me some really cool ideas. And it's so cool just to see everybody kind of also getting into this type of phase. So, like, if I can inspire anybody to also write stories, hey, that puts a big smile on my face, and that makes me really happy. What if Harry Osborn survived and became Golden Goblin like his father did in the Gold Goblin comics? That'd be kind of cool. Dung Lee, let's add that in. I've never done a story. I've never done a story with the Gold Goblin stuff, but I've seen it. I think it is a cool concept. I think it is cool. Oh no, you're good, Scorpion. You're good. Paul, what is good? What if Walter Donovan got immortality, but not in the way he wanted? We can add that in. I don't really know the character, unfortunately. But I'm going to do a little bit of research here before. I kind of want to see this. I'm curious. Oh boy. Is this is it Indiana Jones? Yeah, I think it's Indiana Jones. Maeve plays games. I appreciate the super chat, man. What if Batman and Spider-Man switched villains? I feel like that would be a cool Marvel versus DC Tales story. But it could be its own what if. Like, it makes more sense for it to be its own what if. Like, I feel like that'd be cool. The Sinister Six versus Batman. That's something that I really wanted to do. But no, what type of villains would you like for them to face? Like, there's so many. Like, Batman could face Doc Ock, Kingpin. There's so many different ones, right? What if Doctor Strange was in Civil War? Austin, that's... I don't know if that would be possible. Because... well, anything is possible in the multiverse, but the way that it would have to be written down on pen... because isn't it like when Doctor Strange or Stephen Strange, when he's driving before he gets into the accident, wasn't he like hearing stuff on the radio from the Civil War events? Or there was something. I have to go back and look at it. I'm probably dumb. I should know this. But I think if it happened, then the accident that, you know, Stephen Strange had, it would have to be earlier in the timeline. Or like, let's just say maybe he has the time stone. Then yeah, maybe he could go back and he's like, hey, let's prevent this from happening. That would be kind of interesting. If I had written Megamind 2, Venom Joestar, we got some Megamind stuff. I would love to do that. Honestly, I was not happy with what they did with the other Megamind show or whatever it was. Steven, what is good? What if Kang won in Ant-Man 3? That one is coming out. I could... I don't want to spoil it, but I could actually upload that, like, right now. That would be cool, though. I love the idea and request. Maeve plays games. What if Insomniac made a Batman game? I don't know how that would look if Insomniac Games took DC instead of Marvel. I'm sure it would be really nice. Anything that they make is really cool. How do I join your Discord? So, I don't have an actual Discord community page. The one that we did have is currently locked out. I do not have access to it, so do not join it. And if you're already joined that Miss the Part community, leave, because that's not the official one. I am actually locked out of that. I have no access to get in, so do not stay in there. I think it would probably be best that I do make another one, because I remember this was about 3 years ago, and I had to hire somebody to make it for me because I didn't know how to do it. Anyways, long story short, they forgot the password, and I'm like, how did you forget the password? So, not only did I get scammed, but I lost the account password to get in. So, I think I'm still a member on it, but I don't have access to it. So, I think if I do make a new Discord, it's going to be soon. I could probably do it myself this time, because, well, I'll have access to it, right? So, that would be kind of interesting. Sandra, I think, or Serdra. Hopefully I didn't pronounce your name wrong. What if Deadpool and Wolverine went actually into the Mad Max universe? Ooh, what if they actually went there? Let's add that in instead of going to the void. What if William Afton from Five Nights at Freddy the games was in the Peanuts childhood guy? I can add that in. Yeah, I'm actually working with Springtrap on a Five Nights at Freddy's What If. So she's a channel member. Big shout out to her, because she gave me a really cool idea. I'm not going to spoil it, but that's who I'm meeting with actually after the live stream. So we're going to be talking about a bunch of different what ifs, and I think it's a cool franchise. I just don't know a lot about it. So it'll be nice to kind of be able to talk about it. What if Tony Stark made Mega Man instead of Ultron? Ooh, it's kind of interesting. You know what would be another one? What if Tony Stark became RoboCop? I just thought of that. Do you guys want me to add that in here? I just thought of that myself. I'm like, wait, that'd be also kind of cool too. I'm adding that. I don't know. I just was like, hey, why not? Maeve plays games. I appreciate that, dude. What if Snape, instead of being killed, instead lived and told Harry the truth about protecting him? If I had written my own Star Wars universe. Let's add that in here. Let's add that. I appreciate the clutch, man. Appreciate that. You do not have to do that. Like, again, I appreciate that. Any sort of support goes back into the channel, my friends. It goes to editing, it goes to a lot of the artists that we're working with, and it really just helps a long way. So again, I appreciate that. It helps these videos be made, and I really love doing this. It's really fun. So, okay, yeah. No, I added that one, the RoboCop one. So, I think that would be really interesting. Donna, what if Andy got John Wick in Toy Story? Oh my god, that's funny. I'm adding that in here. Hey, MissedThePart, will you still do my idea that I requested in your last video, if it's possible? Yeah, let me know the idea. Give me a little bit of context, if you don't mind. I'd love to hear it, man. What if the Fox universe and the MCU were in one timeline? We can add that in here. I really love the different ideas. Like, I really don't see a lot of the same ideas from different streams. Like, I do and I don't. Like, I've seen maybe a few, but everything is so different. You guys have such creative minds. Like, I really appreciate it. What if Spider-Man was in My Hero Academy? Let's copy that. Yeah, at the beginning, I started writing everything in, and then I realized that it's better if I just copy and paste the message, because it's harder for me to just write it in. So, again, I appreciate all the support, guys. What if Tony Stark was kidnapped by the Templars from Assassin's Creed? Yoda, it's kind of interesting, honestly. Because, yeah, Tony Stark could really be kidnapped by anybody instead of the Ten Rings, and it would change the direction, because instead of being in a cave, could he be somewhere else? And what tools does he have to work with, right? Like, people don't realize that. Like, let's say you pluck Tony and you put him somewhere else. Well, you know, now it's completely different. Like, you got to realize he's not going to make an arc reactor. And if he does, it's going to be with different tools, totally different things, and it's going to be way different. So, who knows, right? Austin, what if the entire universe was snapped in Infinity War? Let's add that in here. What if the symbiote bonded with Flint Marko in Spider-Man 3? Mike, love that idea. That one, Mike, that one's eluded me for a while now. I've always wanted to do that one. I've wanted to also do what if Eddie Brock became Sandman in Spider-Man 3. And you know what? I'm going to add that in here, actually. There's so many ideas that when you think it's over, when you think I've done everything, it's like I just shake my head and I'm like, nope. Nope, we still got tons more. Like, there's so many things that we could be doing. It's crazy. What if Conquest invaded Avengers 2012? Venom Joestar, I don't think I'm too familiar with that, but I'd love to know more. What if Coda the Dino Charge from Blue Ranger was unfrozen in the MCU? Wisdom Cube, I hope you're doing well. 31 concurrent viewers here. I really appreciate everybody just hanging out. It really means a lot. Jeremy Owens, I hope you're doing well. I will understand if my ideas don't get made, but I just want to say that it's nice to be among other people who share creative interests. Yeah, absolutely. And like, I would love to do everybody's ideas. Like, genuinely, I feel bad, but here's the the problem is I would either go insane or I would probably die, because I would be like literally writing for days on end with no break. It would be very unhealthy. And you know, as much as I would love to, and I just feel bad. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, I hope I can do as much as I can do. And that's what I've been trying to do. So again, I appreciate everybody having creative ideas. This really helps the channel a lot. It really does. Like there's more ideas that I didn't think we would be doing that we're now doing. Like that jigsaw what if. Like that one's coming out. Don't stress yourself. No, absolutely. And that's another thing. Like I've learned not to be stressed. And you know, it's easy to get like that. So it's kind of like, hey, this is what we can do, and that's pretty much it. I have to go now, but I will be back. Yeah, no worries, Jason. What if Professor McGon... Here, wait. I'm just going to add this one in here because I want to read this one. Maeve plays games. What if Professor McGolga was given the mission to protect Harry instead of Snape? What if Voldemort succeeded in killing Harry and his parents? What if Snape adopted Harry after his parents' death? I love these Harry Potter what ifs. Like, there's so many good ones. We're going to be exploring more of them. You're a great creator. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, like, we all have limits, right? And, like, I'm just being completely honest with everybody. Like, there's only so much that I can do. The only thing that stresses me out a little bit is, like, now that we have the members only, like, I made a couple tiers to help the channel improve, and it's where you can get the idea made. Like, and I don't want to put a paywall. That's the thing. I don't like that. I don't like doing that. But it's like, well, this funding can actually be used to make, like, 20 of these ideas. So that's kind of what I'm looking at it. I'm like, well, if we get the funding, then I can actually make more of these. So it's kind of an interesting thing. And the only stressful part that I have is like, you know, I'm going to be doing them. And it's like some of the franchises I don't fully know. So I don't want to go in there and be like, here you go. Here's this like storyline that I have no idea. Like I want to make sure that I do the research and that the story makes sense for the viewers. So, and a lot of people won't admit that either. And I'm just telling you, like, you know, that's the only thing. Like, everybody's human. Like, there's some franchises like Twilight, Five Nights at Freddy's, I just don't fully know. So it's like, hey, I gotta, you know, do extra research, but that's the challenge. So I like being challenged. So it's fun. What if Tony Stark was captured by Hydra in Iron Man 1? Wisdom Cube. Let's add that to the list. You know, I've never thought of that, because it could have happened. That's a very interesting MCU idea, to be completely honest. What if Kevin... Wait, what if Kevin had the last Turbo Man toy, and he was stalked by Myron and Howard? Oh, that'd be funny. That's a cool Christmas what if, Leon. I mean, we don't have to do it just on Christmas or in December, but I'm going to add that in here. We got a lot of people here. 36 concurrent viewers. No, I appreciate everybody. I really do appreciate everybody coming out. This is crazy. We got a bunch of cool ideas here. What if Kevin from Home Alone was in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? That I did see that idea in one of the first live streams that we did here on the channel. Like, what if Kevin got the golden ticket? But no, I think that one would be really cool, to be honest. Like, that would be really interesting. What if Kevin had the Buzz Lightyear toy, Venom Joestar? Let's add that one. Oh, man. I'm going to piss off Zachary and be like, hey, buddy, here's all these Kevin what-ifs. Like, he was the one... Okay, Zachary was the one who initiated the Home Alone what-ifs. I did not. It was all him. So, I don't know. Like, that one Home Alone what if with the Marvel Zombies, it's just so... I laugh every time I see that, because it's just funny to me. What if a T-800 killed the Waynes? What if the Wet Bandits found Ysira the orphan instead of Kevin? Oh boy. I feel like we're gonna have frickin' Macaulay Culkin look at one of these Kevin videos. He's gonna be like, what the fuck's this guy doing? Like, I don't know. I don't know. He's gonna be like, what are you doing? I'll be like, I have no idea. Like, we're just writing stuff into existence. So, Donna, what if Optimus Prime met the Iron Giant? Let's add that in. We've only ever done one Iron Giant what if. And it was like, what if Iron Giant took over the world? What if Harry Potter joined Slytherin, the Philosopher's Stone? What if instead of Ron and Hermione becoming Harry's friends in the first movie, it was Luna and Neville? What if Harry loved Hermione? We can add these in Maeve Plays Games. You got some very interesting Harry Potter what ifs, and this is good because we're doing a few Harry Potter what ifs very soon. Like, there was one on the Miss the Part Shorts channel. Again, I would highly recommend to subscribe to it because you never know. Some of those ideas that I dropped might be a hint towards something. But I did talk about what if Harry Potter had the Venom symbiote, and that's one that will be here on the channel soon. What if Andy had Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man toy, Venom Joestar? Let's add that. Let's add that in here. Oh man, I miss those old Tobey Maguire Marvel Legends. I don't know if you guys had them as a kid. I had the original Spider-Man 2 superposable Spider-Man, and then I broke it. So, what if Harry Potter had the Omnitrix and Vulgax invaded Hogwarts, if that's possible? Master Riven, that would be cool. Let's add that in here. See, we're getting some interesting Harry Potter stuff. This is kind of interesting. What if Kevin was stalked by Freddy Krueger? The Marvel and DC marshlands. I hope you're doing well. I'm adding a lot in here. This is kind of cool. Venom Joestar. What if Andy got a Harry Potter toy? Oh boy. What if Andy could get any toy? What if he got like a Michael Myers toy? Woody, you are not a toy. Peter, I missed the part where that's my problem. That's funny. What if I had written Squid Game Season 1? Oh, like if I had written Squid Game Season 1, that would be... I don't know what I would do. I don't know what games... Damn, people would think I'm crazy if I came up with some weird Squid Game type games. People would be like, what the heck's going on? My super chat did not go through. That's totally fine, man. It's totally fine. I completely understand. If it doesn't go through, like, it's really all good. I appreciate any sort of support, so it really means a lot. I can't believe that, how many pages do we have right now? Wow, we got almost 10 pages here, guys. This is nuts. Have we been No way, we've been streaming for almost an hour. What is going on? I guess because we started this early, right? What if Andy's sister got the Annabelle doll as a toy? Oh my god. That would be... Marshlands, that'd be scary. Let's add it in. Oh boy. What if Grant Gustin played MCU Spider-Man instead of Tom Holland? What if Lily chose Snape instead? Instead of James? What if Star Wars and Harry Potter switched characters? Let's add them in here. I want to give a big shout out to everybody for, taking the time, wanting to come in here, watching the live stream. It really does mean a lot to me. I really do appreciate it. And like, hey, it's crazy that I feel like it's crazy how the schedule that we have here on the channel now has really kind of been going well. Like, it's been followed. I'm happy. It's going great. So I'm glad that, you know, we got more videos coming out soon. There's actually a video. I don't know if it will be released tonight. I don't know if we'll have a release tonight or not, because I know we're going to release something on Thursday. There'll be a double upload on Thursday. But there might be a video tonight. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. But there's a lot of cool, crazy stuff we got coming out. Make Shadow the Hedgehog spin-off movie miniseries that is based on the Sonic movie verse. That's based off Sonic Adventures 1 as the core idea and the base. I'm gonna add that in here. Do. Hey, I appreciate the super chat, Vulcan. I just added that one in here. I appreciate that, though. Thank you. Dude, coming in with the clutch. Jeez, that's crazy. I really do appreciate that. What if the two Scarlet Spiders were in the MCU? Thies 78. Hopefully I didn't pronounce your name wrong. Let's add that in. Is it MCU? I think so. Hopefully. There was one that I saw. What if Voldemort didn't make all 7 Horcruxes? Yeah, what would happen? Like, maybe if he had some sort of different plan, it would be cool. There was, you know what? There was an idea that a good buddy of mine, Harry, on Instagram. It's funny. Harry gave me an idea. What if Voldemort raised Harry Potter? Like, what if he killed Harry Potter's parents and then took Harry Potter as his, like, own son type thing, but, like, trained him? That would be freaking terrifying. Because there would be no good in him at all. Not because he would be raised, right? Like, he would be raised by Voldemort. So, it's not like this Harry is going to turn to the light side. I mean, he could. He could. But the journey begins with evil. And that would be interesting. So, I'm so glad that we're getting some of these Harry Potter what-ifs. Like, there's so many good ones that I'm seeing here on the channel. And I've seen so many good what-ifs here today. Like, this is really crazy. What if Mario failed to save his brother in the Mario movie? J. Joe 2008. Let's add that in here. You know, there would be another one too that I would like to see. It's based off the Luigi's Mansion game. But what if Luigi failed to save Mario? That'd be interesting. Do you guys want me to write that in? I don't even know what type of story could be told. Like, if it happened in the first game. What if Peter Parker was adopted by Norman Osborn at 13? Vulcan, I appreciate the super chat. A young Peter Parker being adopted by Norman Osborn would definitely change the entire timeline as a whole. Okay, what was I just talking about? I completely forgot. You guys are saying yes. Now I forget. Crap. I'm reading everything and, like, there's so many ideas coming to my head. I'm like, shit. My apologies. Oh boy, that's funny. Yeah, I forget easily. That's the thing. What if Sabretooth bonded with the Carnage symbiote? Yeah, for those who know me personally, I forget very easily, unfortunately. Which sucks. It's a thing that I have sometimes. But what can you do? I mean, not much you can do at all. What if Kong got his lightning powers in Godzilla versus Kong? Bestial combat. I hope you're doing well. Let's add that in to the list here today. What was this? You guys hear that? That was my phone. What if Darth Maul had the red lantern? I've never thought of that. Like that. Oh my, I don't even know what the hell would happen. Like, cause yeah, Darth Maul always, you know, having rage. That would be cool. We can add that in here. What if Victor Freeze, or Victor, yeah, Mr. Freeze got sick instead of Nora? Riot forever. I hope you're doing well today. Let's add that in to the list here. If it will let me copy the message. Do. What if Danny Phantom was in the DC universe? Let's add that in. What if Ben 10 Tyson had met Spectacular Spider-Man? Oh, that's cool. If Ben 10 met Spectacular Spider-Man. Josh Keaton. It'd be kind of cool if, because what, didn't Yuri Lowenthal, he voice acted for Ben 10, I believe. That'd be kind of cool. Honestly, I kind of miss Josh Keaton voicing Spider-Man. Like, especially when I replay Edge of Time. Like, it's just, I don't know. Kind of miss the guy. But I think he's doing Richard Parker, isn't he? In the new Spider-Man series. Just woke up and thanks. Yeah, no worries, man. It's 9 in the morning, so I don't blame you at all. What if Tony Stark didn't fly back to Earth in time and was rescued by the Rebel Alliance from Star Wars? We can add this into the list here. I believe I did something similar, but I turned Tony into a villain, like a Sith. I think I did that, I think that was January 1st. I believe so. I gotta take a look, but I add that into the list though. What if the T-800 killed the Waynes? What if the Wet Bandits found? I did add that one in, Leon. I did add that into the list there. If I had written Blackest Night. Yeah, so how's everybody doing this morning? Hopefully everybody's doing well, or afternoon, depending on where you live. It might be in the afternoon. I mean, who knows, right? What if Dumbledore was the Sorcerer Supreme in the MCU? Yoda, that'd be cool. An MCU Harry Potter crossover. Good. Yeah, everybody's doing good. I'm glad to hear that. That's really good. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good myself as well. I'm just chilling with you guys this morning. I really don't have tons going on today, which is kind of good. I mean, other than working on the channel, I got a couple meetings, but there will be those horror weeks coming out like tomorrow. So the first video, you know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, Horror Week's coming out tomorrow because it's May the 1st. So the schedule is going to get a little bit wonky this week. Which is fine. No, it only means good things for everybody. We're going to have some videos coming out. What if Springtrap was in the Arkham Batman series? Let's add that in here. What if Kevin went into the Stranger Things universe? Boom. I love horror, so yeah, I'm happy. We got a lot of horror videos coming out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 5 of them. Wait. Yeah, there's 5. Maybe 6. But that's alright. No, that's good. This is good. I'm excited. Steven Smokes, what if John Wick became the Punisher? That'd be scary. That would be terrifying, especially if it happened in like the Marvel comics. John Wick and Marvel, man, would be something, especially if he was the Punisher. Like, that'd be freaking crazy. I'm adding that into the list here. I was honestly really surprised with the latest video that came out last night. Like, the way that you guys really enjoyed that Toy Story. Like, I was surprised that you guys were even interested in Toy Story, or Pixar for that matter, because I kind of introduced that to the channel like last year. And it's kind of crazy to think about, but I really do appreciate the support, everybody. Bestial Combat, what if King Kong 2005 was in Jurassic World? Oh, that would be cool. Who is calling my home? Because I am not answering that. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Plus, it's not even my phone, so I'm not answering it. I swear, every time I do a live stream, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, it's either a family member calls me or I just get a bunch of phone calls, and I'm like, bro. They're like, I wish I could take them, but like, unless it's like an emergency, right? Like, that's why I always have my phone out, but it's kind of crazy. What if Batman met John Wick? Off-brand Spider-Man. Let's add that in here. What if the symbiote bonded with Dennis Carradine in Spider-Man 2002? Mike, that is... I've never thought of that. I've never ever thought of that, honestly. And, you know, that would be a story that I think would be cool to really write. I don't know. There's something about Spider-Man 2002. Like, Spider-Man 2002 was the first what if on this YouTube channel. So, for me, who is calling here? What is going on? I'm not fucking answering. I'm not answering the phone. I'm literally shocked. It's not my cell phone. They're answering my home phone. And it's like, dude. Hi, MissedThePart. I really enjoyed the John Wick fan fiction. I appreciate that, MTB Productions. I hope that it was a story that you liked. So, I do want to say that MTB Productions was like one of the first individuals who requested something on the live stream, and we made it into a video. And so we're going to continue to do more of that. And he got a community shout out. Again, I want to give him a big shout out for being really supportive on the channel. So I really do appreciate that. What if Howard Stark was kidnapped by Hydra? Basically what Tony experienced in Iron Man 1 and became Iron Man / Hydra Stomper. That would be very cool. I'm adding this in here. Let's do that. Do you think that Uncle Ben is worthy to pick up Mjolnir? If so, what if he found it and gained the powers of Thor? That would be... I've never thought of that. Would he be worthy? Maybe. Let's add that in here. What if Uncle Ben was worthy of Thor's hammer? Feel like that I have no idea, to be completely honest with you, because it's such an odd story. Like, it's just something that I've never thought about. Lemonon. So I'm going to add that into the list. Now, would he be worthy? Maybe. It's definitely possible. Because Mjolnir was not broken, the champion of Sakaar was Battle Ray Bill instead of Hulk. What if Thor's hammer was not broken by Hela in Thor Ragnarok? I'm going to add that as well. What if Thor's hammer was never broken? I think I did add that into one of the lists. I believe I did. I think. What if Martha Wayne died and Bruce and Thomas Wayne lived? Riot forever. Let's add that in here. Boom. There's so many crazy ideas. This is crazy. What if No Way Home had the entire Sinister Six in the final fight? Off-brand Spider-Man. Let's add this in here. A lot of people did want me to actually do... There was a story that's been requested for like 3 years. It was like, what if Doc Ock never betrayed the like Green Goblin and whatnot? Like, what if he continued being evil? Which I feel like if that happened, I feel like it could be this way. Like, if, you know, the Sinister Six continued teaming up, then I feel like that's kind of how it would go down. But I really love the idea and the request. What if Captain America woke up in 2090? Imagine if Captain America woke up in 2099. Oops. I don't know what happened there. Let's add that into the list. Steven Smokes. What if Bruce Wayne never became Batman? Added that in here. What if Peter 2 and Peter 3 never came into Spider-Man No Way Home? HKA. Let's add that. Boom. What if Sonic had bonded with the Venom symbiote in Sonic the Hedgehog 2020? Let's add that. Again, I don't want to butcher names, but I think it's Jilly Spidey. I'm freaking bad. It's the morning. What if Michael Myers was in The Dark Knight? Venom Joestar. Let's add that. What if Flink bonded with the Venom symbiote in Pixar's A Bug's Life and fought Hopper? Donna, I've been seeing that one. Have you been requesting that in the comments? Because I've seen it. I've seen this one kind of floating around. So I'm adding that into the list. What if Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was in Deadpool and Wolverine Feast 78? Let's add that in to the document here. What if Black Cat was in TASM 2 Sonic Edits? Like, not the video game Black Cat, though. What happened to Toby's and Andrew's universe after No Way Home? My personal opinion, I don't think... Well, one of two things happened. If we find out in Avengers Doomsday, maybe an incursion happened, so they never went back to their home universe, or maybe they did, and everything was normal. But I feel like with the villains, I feel like if the villains went back to their universes, I feel like it would be branched timelines. So that would be very interesting. What if Sari Dak from Transformers Animated was protoform of Unicron? Madam, I appreciate the super chat. We can add this into the list here. Let's add this in here. I'm just gonna move this down. A lot of great ideas. I appreciate that. I think we definitely need more Transformers what ifs. So I'm adding that in here. If I had written Sonic the Hedgehog 4, We can add that in here. Sonic. I think everyone wants me to do more Sonic, which is good because I don't mind. There's another one that I keep seeing. What if Sonic killed Shadow in Sonic 3? Let's add that in here. Oh, I meant 2099, not 2090? Okay, let's fix that. I mean, 2090 would be, I don't know what would happen in 2090, but it could happen, right? What is going on out there? Did you guys hear that big giant boom? I don't know what the heck that was. A sonic boom. What if the bots Megatron killed became Unicron's henchmen instead of Megatron? Let's add that in. Do you appreciate the super chat, Madam Time Gear, I believe? I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm adding that into the list here. What if Thor crashed into Westeros instead of the MCU? Yoda, let's add that in. There's a lot of good ideas here. Like, so far, let me take a look. We have 14 pages, and we've been live streaming for how long? Like, and there's a lot of good stuff here. Like, there's Power Rangers stuff that I'm seeing, Harry Potter, there's Transformers, Twilight, more Batman stuff, which is really cool. A lot of Spider-Man and Sonic today as well. So, I mean, hey, that's all awesome. Like, I appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody's creativity. Like, that's awesome. Hola, what's good? Rogelio Mario, YouTube DJ winner. I hope I said that right, and if I did, I really do apologize. I'm having a great time in Florida. Here's a good SpongeBob one. What if Squidward left with Jim, the original fry cook? There for you. That's awesome that you're in Florida right now. That's cool. I am not in Florida, but I'm sure the weather there is nice. What if Betty Brant was Black Cat in Spider-Man Homecoming? If you don't remember who Betty is, she's the blonde girl in Peter's class. What if Padme Amidala was Thor's love interest instead of Jane? Maeve plays games. Let's add those into the list. I remember Betty Brant. The MCU version. Yeah, she did the what was it? I can't remember what it was called. She had that thing where she would go in front of the TV screen or whatever at the school. I can't remember what it was. What if Beast Wars took place in Jurassic Park? Madam Time Gear. Beast Wars, like Mr. Beast? Oh boy. I don't know. I probably got that wrong. But no, I get what you mean. I get what is it? Beast Games. I get that mixed up. What if Captain America woke up during the Terminator War? Riot Forever. That's cool. Let's add that. King Phillips, I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, there's a lot of great ideas that we got here. This is really cool. And again, I really appreciate... Yeah, no, the Transformers Beast Wars, not Beast Games. No, you're good. You're good. Oh, boy. Master Rivon, what if Harry Potter became Batman? Think about it. He lost his parents when he was young, and he's also rich. He's Batman. Oh, that's funny. Let's add that. What if Harry Potter became Batman? That'd be scary. I would not want to mess with somebody who not only is like physically fit to be Batman, but also is a wizard, like you're gonna get effed up pretty bad. Like, that'd be crazy. What if the Reapers from Mass Effect invaded the MCU during Infinity War? Yoda, let's add that into the list here. Do. What if Captain America woke up after the snap? Oh, I never thought of that. I don't even know what the heck would happen. I like that idea too. A lot of Captain America ones here today. Appreciate that. Mike S., I appreciate the $5 donation, man. The super chat. What if Death from Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, was the villain for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4? If it happened. Be a very, very interesting what if. That would be really interesting. I appreciate the super chat. I'm adding that into the list. Like, very unique ideas. Some that I never would have thought of. Like, you guys have a lot of creativity. What if COVID-19 happened in the MCU? I'm probably not going to add that one in because it's just like a real world thing. But like, I don't know what would happen. I honestly, like, they're going to go into lockdown and Thanos kind of comes in. What if Doctor Strange became a teacher in Hogwarts? Riot Forever, that's actually a video on the YouTube members list that I have to actually publicly release soon. So that one's going to be coming out. It's like, what if Doctor Strange trained Harry Potter? So I'm going to upload that one soon. What if Superman was the chosen one and became Darth Vader in the Star Wars universe? Off-brand Spider-Man. That's a very interesting idea. Putting Kal-El in the shoes of Anakin. What if Dean and Sam Winchester were the DADA teachers in Order of the Phoenix? Yoda, let's add that in here. We're getting some very cool ideas. Kind of crazy. What if baby Kal-El was raised by the Sawyer family of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Oh, jeez. Gonna get into some crazy stuff here. The multiverse is expanding and you guys are expanding it with every idea given here. What if Brendan Breyer from Brightburn was Homelander in The Boys? King Phillips. Let's add that in here. Do. What if the Tick was in Avengers Infinity War? J. Joff 2008. That's funny. I'm adding that in. That's hilarious. I don't know. I find the Tick to me is funny. What if Sheldon Cooper was in the MCU? What if My Hero? Let's add that in. Yeah, what if Sheldon Cooper had the... We can add some comedy ones. Absolutely. What if Korra's Avatar team were trained by Ryu and Ken Masters in martial arts and have adventures in the Street Fighter universe? Michael, that'd be kind of cool. Let's add that in here. We've been streaming for 1 hour and 26 minutes. And I appreciate everybody who's been in the live stream today. This really does mean a lot to me. 35 concurrent viewers here. Appreciate all the super chats. It goes a long way to continuing the channel and the videos too. So I really do appreciate that, everybody. It does mean a lot. I think we're gonna have a really good summer here on the channel. There's gonna be a lot of videos coming soon. What if Arthur from the Tick got bit by the radioactive spider? Let's add that in here. Oh boy. Yo, does anybody, should we do like, I'm gonna just come up with a random one. I don't know. I don't know if you guys saw that. It just came to my head. I got some ideas of my own as well. As well. What if Batman made Harry Potter Robin? Yoda, let's add that in here. Yo, does anybody... What about any Truman Show what ifs? Like, what if, like, Tony Stark's whole life was, like, the Truman Show? Should we add that? I don't know if we should add that in. I feel like that'd be weird. But, like, it'd be weird if Tony's whole life, if he was in the Truman Show, if something happened. Like, let's just say, like, his whole life was, like, fake. Like, it would be really odd. I don't know. Zachary, Dead Rising 28, what is good, man? Good morning. I hope you are doing well. I hope all is well, dude. I wasn't sure if you were coming in the stream or not, but do let me know. I think we're going to be on the stream for another 30 minutes, and then I do have a couple of meetings that I have to get into, but it should be fun because there's a lot of cool ideas that we're working on. So again, I want to give a big shout out to all the channel members, everybody with these ideas and everything. It's crazy. What if Deadpool had the mask? Let's add that in here. Zachary, I remember you had a couple of what ifs on the Truman Show, didn't you? I think you did. What if Eddie failed to defeat Judge Doom and Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Aram, let's add that into the list here. What if Tarzan was in Planet of the Apes? I'm adding that into the list. What if Tony accidentally destroyed the dome during the Truman Show? Yeah, I don't know. Wait, what if Tony? Let's add that in. I don't know. I'm adding that in. We're getting a couple Truman Show what ifs. I don't know. What if Dan DeHaan was in No Way Home? Yeah, there was... I had that planned. Chamart, the artist. If I pronounced your name wrong, I do apologize. But there was a plan that I had for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Green Goblin to be in No Way Home, and then I never made the video. I always wanted to make it, and then it just never happened. So I'm going to add that to the list because I still would like to do that. But yeah, Zachary, I don't know if you're coming in the stream or not. I'm just gonna check my phone here. 1 second, my fellow watchers of the multiverse. I really don't know. Wait, what's this? 1 second here. I'm just taking a look. Checking my Discord. I just gotta get my headphones. Yeah, no, hopefully everybody's doing well. We almost got like 40 people here. It's kind of crazy. What if Transformers were in Poppy Playtime Chapter 4? I don't know if you guys can hear that. 1 second, man. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna join. I just gotta do this one thing. For some reason that was on my phone. Zachary, 1 second here. I'm just putting my headphones on, so if the audio sounds a little bit different, I apologize. I think it's mostly because it just changes. It changes something with the whole thing here. Where is Discord on here? What the heck? 1 second. Oh, I'm getting an update. Yo, what's good, man? How's it going? Oh, I hear myself. What is good, man? There, I think people can hear you. Oh no,
Sorry
you're.
I didn't join the stream earlier.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, Zachary was gonna join earlier, but we didn't communicate properly, so
And it's
it's good,
fine. For
man.
the last 30 minutes, I'll just come in.
There was some Kevin what ifs, dude. There
Yeah,
were.
with the Truman Show.
I can't
Yeah, all of
remember.
us were talking about that. It was, what if Truman was a murderer?
Let's add that in. Wait, what if Truman like became a killer?
Yeah, so basically, we talked about it. The story behind it was, uh, he went crazy, and then he just tried to take over the town.
Yes, I remember that now. I remember that. I'm adding that in. Do you guys want to see that video? Like, what if Truman went nuts? Pretty much. I feel like anybody in that scenario would be like crazy. Like,
All because his whole life, it was just
it's fake.
it was fake, and then he took over. And then I think the ending was we would have introduced Willy Wonka and Jigsaw. That was the original idea. If the people didn't know, for the for the whole murder universe.
Yeah, there's like this horror weird universe that we have. Well, now the Grinch is in it, so
Ah,
that's kind of.
all of us are talking about maybe having Woody in it.
Yeah, Woody the Grinch, an evil version of Willy Wonka, Kevin as Jigsaw, evil Truman.
Oh, dude, it definitely would have been fun.
What if the Grinch was in the Truman Show? That'd be freaking weird.
It would be. It's just
It's so
there's
odd.
lots of ideas.
There's so many good ideas though in the stream today. Like there's what if Anakin survived Return of the Jedi? Wisdom cube, let's
Ooh.
add that in. We got some Anakin what ifs coming soon. What if he became a paladin? That's gonna be fun.
Who said that? Oh no. Okay, yeah, no. I said that.
Yeah, you said that one. What if none of the Avengers were snapped in Infinity War? I feel like I might have done that one, Austin, but I'm going to add it just in case. I feel like it might have. I can't remember.
It sounds good.
It'd be kind of funny, like Thanos snaps and then all of a sudden none of them get snapped away. They could just defeat him.
Did Did you tell anybody any updates yet?
Yeah, I ended up telling everybody about the horror week stuff that we got going on, and I showed everybody
Ooh.
the thumbnail for the Jigsaw and Joker video. I don't know if you saw that. I think you did.
Yeah, I did.
It's gonna be tomorrow, so the schedule is gonna be a little bit wonky because we're starting it May the 1st, and it will go for one whole week. So that'll be kind of cool.
For what, the Star Wars?
For the horror week, for the theme.
Oh,
So
if we planned it better, it would have been Star Wars, because May the 4th be with you. It would have been like a Star Wars week. It would have perfectly lined up.
there is a horror episode for a Star Wars video, so I could post that on May the 4th.
Perfect. All of us can kind of do it together.
What if Steve was in Avengers Infinity War? Which Steve? What if Zombie Century Comics landed in the DC universe? Atomic.
Venom Joestar, another Kevin McAllister. That one, like, I definitely mean you talked about another good Kevin one.
Wasn't it what if Pennywise like uh what was that? It was like, what if Pennywise tortured Kevin or something? I don't know. There's
It was what if Kevin McAllister's family was the mob? Because back then there's a
yeah.
theory where they got so rich because they were working for the mob. That's how Kevin's dad can afford everything, because they were secretly working for the mob.
I'm gonna add that in here. Yeah, I remember that theory. It was like Kevin's dad apparently, he ended up being in the mob or something because of the house
Yep.
that he owned. That'd be kind of
Yep.
interesting.
And then by the end of it, you can see like the mobsters come in and just protect Kevin.
Or what if they're trying to like get him? They're like, hey,
You can do
listen.
that too for a twist, and then we can do a part 2 where they go to New York.
All of a sudden, Kevin's dad gets shot in the head, and it's like, they owe money or something. What if the wet bandits were in Far, Far Away? Oh my god, that would be a weird. I don't think anybody requested that, so I'm not gonna add that. We have what if Kevin had a Groundhog Day? Oh, that would be weird, Venom Joestar. Like if he had like his whole day was like a big loop.
Sorry, I just had to close my door.
Oh no, you're good. No, you're good. Oh, the stream, something crashed on my end. My apologies, everybody. 1 second here. Oh no, everything's good. What if Transformers were in the Mass Effect galaxy? Yoda, let's add that in to the list here. Let's add that in. May the 4th is coming. What if Fox McCloud found the Omnitrix in Star Fox Adventures? What if Ned Flanders became Batman? What if the Wet Bandits became good guys after the events of the first Home Alone? Pharaoh Fox, I hope you're doing well. Let's add that in here. Yeah, did anybody see the post that came out today with the sketches? I don't know, Zachary, if you saw that or not.
No, I legitimately woke up like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, geez.
And I was like, oh, he's streaming.
No, you're good, man. I was up at 5 in the morning. I went to the gym.
You should have called me. Dude, I definitely would have done an early stream.
Well, yeah, I should have just probably called you, but it's fine.
Yeah, like I said, for the last 30 minutes, it's fine.
Oh, we get some... Oh, yeah, some people saw the ideas. They're hyped.
Did you, did that guy send you more thumbnails?
Yeah, I just actually sent out the sketches. Like, on the community page. So, yeah, if you guys don't know, we're getting a lot of stuff's coming out soon. It's going to be a very exciting week. I think we got a lot of fun stuff coming out, and we're really excited. So, what if Kevin killed the Wet Bandits during Home Alone? Oh boy, every time you come in here, Zachary, there's more Kevin what ifs.
I'm telling you, if I knew the Kevin videos did really well, I would buy emotes for the Kevins. I would buy it for everybody.
Do you guys want Kevin emotes still? Like, is this...
I know that girl is still down to make those emotes. Because I know everyone liked the, everybody did like the emotes.
I'm gonna spam a bunch of them right now. I'm spamming the Kevin symbiote
also,
one.
I'm talking to this girl, Artist.
Oh yeah.
Did you like the little picture of the Silent Hill?
Yeah, I saw that, the little mini Silent Hill photo. That was funny.
Yeah.
No, that was cool.
So, she's doing a picture of your Discord profile.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I texted her. I was like, it'd be funny if we got you a little chibi little guy.
What?
You should be finishing it now.
No way.
Yeah.
I gotta see that.
It was pretty cheap too. It was like $20.
Dude, I
was like,
appreciate
okay.
that. You didn't even have to do that, man.
Dude,
Really?
it just would have been funny. I just did it for the funny memes because, like, look, it's a Leon Pyramid Head.
Oh my god.
People like the chibis. We can start selling stuffed animals. Ah, it'd be perfect. The lines of chibis, little chibi
Little
watchers.
chibi. What if the purge happened during a zombie invasion? That would be AJ 2003. That would be scary. Anarchy. That's what literally would happen. Like, frickin', like, imagine 28 days later. All of a sudden, like, that would be crazy. What if the Last of Us took place in Harry Potter? You can add
I wouldn't
that.
mind where Last of Us. What ifs? I wouldn't mind it. I just never liked the second one. Never did.
The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, hated it.
How
Hated
long?
it with a passion.
How long ago has it been since that came out? A couple years now.
5 years.
Wow, it's
I
quite
believe
a
around
bit.
there.
Quite a bit of time now has passed. It's crazy how tomorrow, what, we're 5 months into 2025.
Have you seen the show, The Last of Us Part 2 show?
No, my dad's seen it though, which is surprising because I haven't even seen it.
I would
And
watch Joel's death on the like live action compared to the game.
I need to see that show because, like, I've heard only good things. Like,
I don't like the actor for Ellie. No offense to her, but I don't like how Ellie looks in that
oh, you,
live show.
oh, really?
Yeah, no, I really don't.
Well, yeah, I guess
I
everyone
love
has.
the actor for Joel though. They picked an amazing guy for Joel. Spot on. Love it. When it comes to Ellie, no. They should pick someone different.
Jeez.
Same thing with Abby. Yeah, like, have you seen Abby in part 2?
No, I don't think so. No.
Her like arms aren't as thick compared to like in the games.
Well, I guess because it's a character model versus like an actor.
Yeah,
So
but
that
like
could
there's
be the difference
cosplayers and
too.
all that.
I
Have you seen the cosplayers do it?
I have actually. I've seen it.
So it's possible.
It is
like,
possible. Yeah, I guess they could.
Yeah.
I saw
Okay.
this one idea. What if Captain America fought Homelander? Or what if Batman raised Homelander? That would be really scary. Cause
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I can see it.
and that was Kuroda, I think. I probably butchered the name. I apologize. If I had written Deadpool kills the Valma universe, that would be much needed. Let's add that in here. What if Stitch fought Carnage? Let's add that in Bestial Combat. Yeah, so there is more videos being made. It's not just me editing now, so that's good. And there's
Oh yeah, I forgot you told me about that.
yeah, so there's 3 that we got so far that I can actually release soon. I think everybody's gonna see them maybe today on the community page. There's a full movie actually that just got edited, so I'm happy that we got that out of the way because I'm excited for the reactions. It's a Shrek what if, so we'll
Oh,
see.
I think I know that one.
It's what if Shrek became the Dragon Warrior? So that'll be coming soon. Hey, we got a super chat. Maeve plays games. I appreciate that. What if Anna Corzone
I have to search that person up.
from the protagonist of was the protagonist of Into the Spider-Verse? What if Harley Quinn was the leader of the Aztec Candy Girls gang in Spider-Man 3?
Who is she? She's
I
like a,
I don't know. I'm
she's
going
like
to
Spider
add.
Girl.
Is she?
Yeah.
How many do they have now? I must be
6, 7.
Yeah, I must be not following the comics now, if that's the case, because I
Well,
only
that's
remember
old.
like 3 of them. Really?
Yeah, that's like one of the comics was with Miles Morales and like Silk.
Oh, okay. I wonder when that came out. Maybe like 2015? I have no idea, to be completely honest. But I'm adding it to the list, though. We can go back and take a look at it. What if
Yeah,
Poe turned evil in Kung Fu Panda? An evil Poe.
2008.
Oh, it was 2008? Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So near Civil War, or no. Yeah, around Civil War and when they reset the Marvel Universe. Kane, what is good? What if the Dragonborn was in the MCU? Oh, that'd be cool. Exploring like that whole thing with dragons and everything. Or just having the Dragonborn in the MCU, like what would happen? I think that would be really cool actually, exploring that. Would we put Mirak in the story? That would be cool, but I don't know if that would work. I mean, it could work. We could do it. What if Tony Stark survived Thanos, or thanks to Yinsen using the nanites and became a human Envo like Rex Lander from Generator Rex and Iron Man 1? Let's add that in to the list here.
You know what I haven't seen much of?
What is it there?
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, I guess it is kind of limited though. Well, not really, but
It had like 2 seasons.
2 seasons. But I mean, yeah,
Same thing with
I haven't seen it.
same thing with the Iron Man Armored Adventures. I don't remember that cartoon.
Like there is that one video. It's literally ready. What if Spectacular Spider-Man kept the symbiote? So that one I really want to post because he joins Tombstone as his enforcer. So that one
That'd be a good one.
I feel like it just makes sense. It's like he had the offer to join him, and it's like, if he did keep the symbiote, I feel like they would have went back and they would have been, hey, let's do this. But I mean, hey, if you guys want more, let us know because we would love to hear your thoughts on different what ifs and everything. Like we really appreciate the creativity here too. Like it's crazy to me. What if Lightning McQueen killed everyone
Ooh,
in Radiator Springs?
what if Ellie had the symbiote? Didn't we kind of do that one already?
Uh no, I don't think
Something.
we did.
It was something similar, I thought. No, it was the Call of Duty one.
Peyton, what is good? Peyton's showing up. There we go. What a spectacular was MCU's Peter Parker.
That could be a good
That'd be
one.
a good one. Let's add that in. Yeah, we tend to ruin childhoods, especially with what if Woody turned evil, uh, or what if Kevin. Well, that one episode, everybody, the infamous "What if Kevin lost" video. It's an unlisted video. I put it back on unlisted, but I won't post it publicly because it was like way too dark, and I even put that disclaimer at the beginning of the episode, but people were like complaining, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just not gonna post this.
Right.
What if Syndrome kidnapped Jack in The Incredibles? Didn't he kind of do that, Wisdom Cube? Like he kind of, or he was going to.
No, no.
What if Harry Potter
I've been
was a
seeing some
shoe?
Minecraft ones.
Yeah, let's add some of these in. Let's add some of these Minecraft ones. Uh, I don't see them. Or wait, what if Woody was in Child's Play instead of Chucky? Steven Smokes. That would make it easier for them because maybe they wouldn't have a evil doll, right? What if Spectacular Spider-Man was in Miles Morales' shoes in the Spider-Verse movies? Off-brand Spider-Man. Let's add that in the list here. I think that's a cool idea. What if Invincible died in the last episode of Season 2, Part 1? Let's add that in here. We're just filling the list up. What if Air Bud became the underdog? I don't really remember Air Bud. I remember it, but like I don't.
I remember one scene from Air Bud. That was him saving the cat.
It's been a long
I think
time.
that's it. It has.
What if Spectacular Spider-Man was in DC? Oh, here we go. Now we're seeing them. Zachary, your magic's working.
Yeah, what if Spectacular Spider-Man was in DCU? Well, because it's such a good show.
And then they canceled it. Unfortunately, yeah. What if Arthur Morgan
Another,
got teleported to the COD Zombies universe? Abigail, let's add that. I added that in here. There we go.
I need to watch that Ghost Rider one. The Arthur Morgan Ghost Rider. I need to watch it.
Yeah, I did. I also made like a YouTube. I made like a YouTube Shorts, kind of like explaining it. If you guys haven't already subscribed to the YouTube Shorts, I would highly recommend that you check out that channel because you never know. You never know. What if Catherine Terrell from Basic Instincts was Kingpin's wife and they killed Peter's parents? King Phillips. Let's add that into the list. Well, we got about, I think we're going to end the stream in about 5 minutes. So,
Okay.
I don't know. Do you have any announcements, Zachary, that you have that you might want to make? Or any videos? Because I know you had a bunch of ideas that you had like last week. I don't know if you ever mentioned that to the stream.
No, but also I kind of want to keep it under wraps because what if someone does take it? Because I've been seeing a lot of Star Wars like YouTube channels. They're kind of getting close to what I told you, but I can really get into depth into one of them, and I want to talk to you about that one real quick.
Yeah, no,
But
absolutely.
it was what if Anakin was a gray paladin? Do you think he should have a lightsaber dagger?
That would be kind of cool. I feel like if he did, the Kyber crystal could be white or something. Like it would be like a white blade.
But that means he has to purify it.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
So like during the Clone Wars, he purifies it.
Is that a story that you guys would like to see on the channel? Because that's one
I
that
wouldn't
we're gonna
mind.
do.
I wouldn't mind making more of an action-packed one, more of a just an Anakin focused journey where he's like, oh, I don't want to do lightsabers, and it's kind of more story focused.
Like a custom
And just
story, like in the premises of like in the universe, pretty much.
no, I mean kind of more of a serious story because like with your Harry Osborn Spider-Man, like the really detailed one, you got really into it. It was more story focused. Was it more like action packed?
Yeah,
It's more
that
like
makes sense.
something more deep because I think people would like more deep videos because I did like listening to some of your really deep thoughts, not really action packed, but more, you know,
Like more of like the full movie type videos, like the
yeah,
longer
where it's not
detailed.
like, yes, it's not like really action packed, like, oh, Spider-Man punches somebody and then
And then
MJ
something
dies.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of more like Peter got to the bridge, looking around. You know, it's raining. Something more I can see myself watching.
Well, yeah, and like that's something that we're gonna explore. Like more detailed stories because I know in the fic talk that we had like last week, that we ended up getting some really good like feedback from everybody. So we plan on having another fic talk. I think maybe Friday. I don't know yet. I think this Friday. Oops. But yeah, no, I think. Does anyone else have any any ideas that they would like that we can add in last minute? The Doomplex, what's good? I'm gonna add in a couple more, and then there'll be a small announcement that we have, and then yeah, we'll probably end the stream here because we are almost going on 2 hours.
You know what? You know what I thought actually, Max?
Yeah, what's
I
up?
haven't seen a lot of Doom what ifs because the new Doom game comes out. Maybe we can squeeze one in if you want.
That'd be kind of cool, actually, because we have that. We're doing that. We're doing another theme, everybody, that will be at the end of May. I think we could fit that in. I think that would be really cool.
Well, it depends on what everybody else wants and what your plans are too. Like I said, because I know that we were talking about like backup videos and all that.
Yeah, let us know,
So if you
everybody.
want,
Would you like to see more like Doom type of what ifs? Like, cause I love that game. I played that. Um, it's a fun game. Like, I like the music too, throughout the whole thing. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I know the only announcements that we have to make. Well, before I send off here, I do want to say thank you everybody for tuning in today's live stream. We really do appreciate it. We really appreciate everybody coming out earlier this morning, just chilling, going over some ideas. Again, we really do appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody being so creative with all of these ideas. So I do want to say that we will be beginning Horror Week very soon. Tomorrow we're going to kind of start that off. So the schedule that we originally made, we're still going to be continuing that, but it's going to be a little bit wonky during Horror Week because we have a lot of those stories that we want to get out. So it will be very interesting this week. We're also pulling the merchandise away from the store. We ended up extending it a couple more days, but today is the final day, and then tomorrow, or I guess tonight, we're going to have the brand new merch design available on the merch store. So if you guys want to cop a sweater or a t-shirt, any sort of help is appreciated. It's going to go right back into the channel, and we're only going to have that design only for 1 week. 1 to 2 weeks, but I think 1 week. And once it's gone, we're not going to have it return. It's just kind of a one and done type thing on the store. So if you guys are interested, let us know. We're going to showcase that very soon on Instagram. I got one for me and Zachary, so that'll be kind of nice. But that being said, we really appreciate it. Zachary, any final thoughts before we leave?
No. Like I said, you pretty much have everything on the hammer, everything on the nail.
All right, everybody. Well, we thank you again, and we will see you in the next live stream. Take it easy. Hey, fellow watchers of the multiverse, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest adventures and fanfiction stories. Hey, fellow